What is ecology? Ecology is the study of the interactions that living organisms make with their physical environment. Now, there are some divisions, which the first one is species. Species is a group of organisms that can breed and reproduce fertile offsprings. Population, which is basically a group of individuals that belong to the same species living in the same area. And then we have a community, and a community is different populations living in the same area. And then we have an ecosystem, and the ecosystem is the whole community living with their physical environment. And then after an ecosystem comes a biome, which a biome is a group of ecosystems that share the same characteristics and the same basic organisms. And then after that we have the biosphere, which is the whole earth, and it is all of the places where there are living organisms. And also in all of these divisions they exist abiotic and biotic factors. And the abiotic factors are the non-living parts of the environment, and the biotic factors are the living parts of the environment. The energy is transferred by different organisms, and the first ones are the primary producers, and they basically get the energy from the sunlight and they change it into chemical compounds that are later used by other organisms. After the primary producers, the consumers are the next ones who get the energy. And the consumers are also called heterotrophs, and there are different types of consumers. The first one is the carnivore, who only eat other animals. Then we have the herbivores, which they get their energy by eating plants. And then we have the omnivores, which they get their energy by eating plants and animals. We also have the scavengers, which they eat dead bodies of other animals. And then we have the decomposers, which they break down the chemical material of those dead animals, and that's what they eat. And then we have the detritivores, which are the ones that eat the decomposers. So where do all of these organisms go? Well, we have something called food chains, and food chains are a series of steps where energy is transferred by eating other animals and by being eaten. We also have the food web, which is a combination of a lot of food chains in an ecosystem. And on the food chain and in the food web, we have trophic levels, and the trophic levels are basically each step of the food chain or of the food web. And then last but not least, we have the ecological pyramid, which shows the amount of energy or matter that is in each trophic level.